The people of Uganda were thrown into mourning on Friday, October 28, 2022, where a former Percy Division councillor, a lawyer and an activist stabbed her husband to death over an argument that both of them would have been able to resolve amicably. When you look at the picture of Francesca, you ever believe this is a beautiful soul that cannot hurt a fly. In all her pictures, you could see that she's always smiling, even in her pregnancy picture, where we know that the pregnancy hormone is going to come into play, she was still smiling. Who will ever believe that this smiling lady will be able to lift up a knife to kill a chicken, not to talk of stabbing her husband to death? On this day, Francisca and her husband, Dr. Joseph Etu, who was a renowned medical doctor, were having this argument. And all Francisca could do was to grab a knife, started stabbing her husband several times until he lost so much blood. And those that were around had to grab Dr. Joseph Etu, put him in a vehicle, and they were driving him to Gulu Regional Referral Hospital, where he died before they got to the hospital. And all Francisca could do was to stand up, went to Gulu West Division Police and hand herself over to them, where he was arraigned before the court and he pleaded guilty to killing her husband. And you begin to ask yourself, how will a politician, a renowned one at that, will be able to kill her husband? And people that knew her said even in 2017, the maid that was living with Francisca and her husband stole 2,000 shillings. And what Francisca did was to burn the hand of this maid. So she had this case of violence in her. And this present one that she just killed her husband were what most of them expected that might happen, because if you had done something before, people will still believe that you can still do it again and do something even worse than what you had done before. And this will bring us to a case that if you know you have a problem, if you know you have anger problem, if you know you have emotion problem, you are having mood swing, or you are having this belief that you want to commit murder, or you feel like you always want to see blood, seek help where you can. Do not think you can do it on your own, because Francisca and her husband, they just welcomed a new baby 3 months ago. So these were couples that were really in love with each other. They were not lacking anything. She was a politician, a lawyer, and an activist. And her husband, who was only 34 years, was a renowned medical doctor. So you could see that we wouldn't say it's a case of poverty or a case of lack that will make them to have an argument that they could not resolve between themselves, that will lead to one person killing another person. And you might want to think that this is a case of mental case. And if you know you are having mental disorder, seek help where you can. Talk to people that will help you. Even if you think your husband is a medical doctor, that you'll be able to help you, your husband is not a psychologist. Your husband might be an expert in the health field, but he might not be an expert in the field of your problem. You need to talk to those that knows what you are going through, that will be able to help you. Do not rely on your own understanding. Or talk to your social worker, talk to your nurse, talk to your doctor, talk to your friends that will be able to help you. If you know you cannot do it on your own, and do not think that killing your partner will be the solution, because killing your partner is going to be the beginning of another problem in your life. Francisca just killed her husband, and even the police said they could not obtain any information from her because she was still traumatized from the act of killing her husband. Even the knife she used to stab her husband was still with the police, and she was not saying anything. That means she allowed her emotions to overrule her before she killed her husband. If we keep on hearing the story of spousal murder, husband killing the wife or wife killing the husband, the future generation will not want to go into marriage, because everybody will be scared of dying in the hands of someone he met online or on the street and they decided to come together to live as husband and wife. The only thing we can do is to talk to people that will help us and will seek help and be able to live happily with their children and train them, because that is the only promise we made to them before we brought them into this life. And let me know what you think, guys, in the comment section. And thank you for watching this video. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. And you are going to stay updated on all our videos.